Hello, the internet. It is Saturday, the 18th of April, 2025, and welcome back to the channel. Rewind. Saturday, the 19th of April. I got the date wrong. I looked at it and I thought, yep, that says 18. No, it says 19, and I couldn't see it. I've got hideous eyesight. It's right there in front of me. I got it wrong. It's the 19th of April, 2025. Before we get too deep, I am still using my NDI on my iPhone 16 Pro Max as an NDI source, or is it a 15? Whatever last year's model, I keep forgetting it's the 15 or 16. My GH5 is in the shop for repair. I messed up the HDMI port, and so it's getting repaired. So we're using a phone for a camera. It's all right. It's not too bad. It is what it is. I've got it set to airplane mode, so there shouldn't be any interruptions. But NDI does have a habit of just stopping at random. We'll see. It's also plugged into USB, which is running from power, so it's not part of the blah, blah, blah. It should all be good. But if it does sketch out and I don't see it, please put a comment in the chat. And speaking of chat, this is a YouTube stream, so if you want to comment, you have to do it in the YouTube chat. I'm only looking at that YouTube chat. That's the way it is. That's the way it's been for 10 years. Coming up in August when we change our system, we'll swap all that out as well. But up until then, we're doing these specific YouTube streams. Today, we are talking directly about the NBN Co's changes to internet speeds in this country, Australia. So it might not be, if you're watching from outside of Australia, this might have no resemblance. No, it might bear no semblance to you. You might be like, who cares, whatever. But this is big news for Australia. And I want to talk about it, and I want to tell you how it's going to affect my content. And spoiler alert, I'll just tell you up front, it won't make a difference. Faster, higher speeds are great, but to be completely frank, they're not really needed. But what is needed is everybody should be on a fiber connection by 2025. That's my take on it, but that's the TLDR. These speeds, while they're going to be fun and fantastic, it should be more concerning that there are still people that don't have access to fiber. That's probably the more concerning thing. Fiber being the highest potential speeds that anyone can ever receive on planet Earth. It's literally the speed of light. So if you have this fiber connection, in 5 years they can change the speeds again and give you more speeds. You just need this connection. And this announcement is only affecting those that have fiber to the premises or HFC, which is a hybrid fiber coax cable. So not even fiber, but you can still wangle it to get better speeds. If you're a poor sucker that's still on fiber to the node, forget about it. These speeds are not for you. They're not even going to be applied to you, and you suck. Bad luck. You lost that lottery. It's a lottery in this country who does get the high-speed connections. Mind you, I haven't looked at the map too recently, but they are rolling it out for free for everybody progressively. And it's 2025, and I feel like you should check that map just to see if it's in your area. And if it is, just order it and they come and do it for free. That's a fair cry from a few years ago when you had to pay big dollars to get fiber to your house. Like people were paying, some of those spreadsheets I saw were seeing people paying upward of 30 to 40 grand to get the fiber run done. Now it's all free. Hey, Doug, how you doing, man? Just changed the FTT a month ago. Right on, man. Dude. So yeah, I mean, there you go. Like, and Doug, well, hold on a second, man. It's been a while since we've had you on a call-in, but now that you've got a fiber connection, when we do have call-ins, you should have a rock-solid connection. Like, that'd be great. Like, because Doug doesn't stream per se, but he does join in on streams. And yeah, man, fiber to the premises, solid online connection all the time. So let's take a look at the announcement here from, hey, my stream's running in the background. Hold on, I always do this somehow. I've got my, it's in Kick, my bad. Okay. Oh, wow, look at my camera source. That's the NDI camera. Let me just fix that quickly. That should be pretty straightforward to fix. What is my camera source here? It's the NDI source, phone NDI. Let me just stretch that out. I don't know why it shrunk like that. Well, it's a little funkified, but it'll have to do on a wangle. It's a wangle mission here. I'll just wangle it back in and make it look a little neat. No indication of when the GH5 is going to be fixed, but I did send it in on the day before Good Friday, so bad Thursday. It's now okay Saturday, so there's bad Thursday, Good Friday, okay Saturday, Easter Sunday, everybody's hungover Monday, and then Tuesday is back to work. Maybe they'll start. They should have got it before Tuesday, I think. But anyway, we're still good. So here's the announcement. And there is something to be noted about this, something that should be noted immediately. Look at the date here. 5th of September, 2024. This announcement came out in September last year. Last year. Now, when is it set to happen? September 2025, this year. So they announced all this ages ago. What are we now? April 2025. They announced this 8 months ago in September last year. And it's going to happen April, May, June, July, August. It's going to happen in 5 more months. This is a 12-month announcement, like an announce for something that's going to happen. Who did that? Someone just followed on YouTube. Yo, Dylan, thank you for the follow, man. They announced this to do it a year later. I mean, I don't know too much about the hardware and in the back end for this to take place, but it seems like 12-month turnaround is pretty excessive. Do you know what I mean? Like forgive my ignorance, but if the fiber is already in the ground and the fiber termination points are already in place, I don't get why it would take 12 months to open up the floodgates, like to allow faster speeds. But what are they physically, what's physically happening that's taking 12 months to do? I don't know. I mean, someone might be able to tell me, but let's read the announce. And by the way, we're late to this, right? Obviously, we're very late to this. This happened a long time ago. Did I see it back then? Maybe. I mean, I'm on their email list. I might have got the email, but I'll be honest. After having now used fiber to the premises for quite some time, I don't really care about these faster, fatter speeds. I just really cared for a rock solid connection, because you saw how many times the 4G sketched out. People are in this town when it gets busy like it is now in Easter, 4G just says, nah, too busy. Everyone's using it, can't use it. Definitely can't stream with it, right? And when I say stream, I mean upload, live streaming, not streaming Netflix and watching YouTube video. I'm talking about creating content and uploading it to the internet in real time on a live feed so that people can watch it all over the planet with you in real time. You need solid connection for that. Now, I've had solid connection for a few years now, so I don't really care. And that's maybe why this kind of went over my head. Having said all that, just of the last month or so, I've been having disconnects, but I think those disconnects are not related to the internet, even though OBS reports no internet connection. What I think it's happening, my internet comes in through Ethernet, and that Ethernet goes into a CalDigit TS3, which is plugged into one of the Thunderbolt ports on my M1 Max. And I've also got a CalDigit TS4 on the other port. So there might be some conflict of resources, and one of those CalDigits sketches out for a moment. And therefore the Thunderbolt, the Ethernet that goes into it, loses its connectivity. To mitigate that, I've now, and you can't see this, but I've now plugged in my Ethernet directly into my other port on the other side of the MacBook Pro, and that's running into a dongle. And you might be able to, it's too small, but there's a dongle on this side, whereas the CalDigits are on that side. So the dongle goes straight in. It should be good at this particular point. So we won't probably have any drops. Doug, do you think you'll need a different modem? That's the thing. You won't need to do anything different to enable these speeds, assuming, and this is a big assuming you have cable run from your NTD, which is the network termination device. So let me be clear about this. NBN Co, the installers of the internet, they're only commissioned to put a box in your house. what you do from that box to wherever your Wi-Fi distribution point is or wherever your mainframe is when you want to hack into it, what you choose to do from the NTD into your house is completely up to you. Can you believe when they were doing it here, can I swear, how far are we in this? The fucker, we're 15 minutes into a YouTube stream, I can swear, the fucker wanted to use the existing copper line to go from the network terminal, the device that they bring, the internet comes in off the street through the fiber cable, it goes into typically a garage or a basement, and that's the NTD. And from there, you run a cable for wherever you want. And the guy said, oh, we can just use that phone line there. I'm like, excuse me? Are you talking about that copper phone line that's been in this house for over a century? That thing? The thing that's sketchy for phone calls and ADSL? You really want to use that? Get the hell, go. Finish your job, sign off on your card. I'll take it from here. So I installed Cat 6 back from the NTD into the premises to a modem distribution point. So if you've done that, or if you know what the connectivity between the NTD, by the way, you can run a cable straight from the NTD to your computer. You don't even need another Wi-Fi, but most people want Wi-Fi in their house. So you usually have a modem or a router. Whatever you've done there, if you've done it the right way and you've got Cat 6 minimum, maybe Cat 5a, whatever, you're good. You should be good. I couldn't believe it when he said, yeah, we'll just use that cable. I'm like, are you telling me I waited for how long to get this fiber and the last haul you want to use that shitty data cable? Get out of here. All right, let's read this. This is from September. NBN Code today confirmed that it will accelerate the wholesale download and upload speeds on its 3 highest speed residential wholesale products and make them available to participating internet retailers from the 14th of September 2025. So this is, again, they're providing these wholesale speeds to your RSP, and then it's up to the RSP to decide what they're going to do. Are they going to then supply them to the customers, or how are they going to do it? It's up to the RSP at that point, which we will look into. I use Aussie Broadband. We'll look into their announcement for this as well. It says here, the accelerated high-speed wholesale products will be available to internet retailers, RSPs, to sell to eligible residential and business customers. Residential and business. Now that's interesting. So if you've got an ABN, you might even be able to get a higher speed, because ABNs, businesses, typically need faster, bigger, longer, louder. You know. By the way, this air conditioning is having a little hissy fit here. I want cool air. Okay. Connected to the so businesses or residentials, and this is important, customers connected to the NBN network via fiber to the premises, FTTP, or HFC, hybrid fiber coax. So bad luck. You know what we should do? I should just always do this, but I always forget. Let's pop out the GPT machine. I want to know how much percent of Australians are not on HFC or FTTP connections. I wonder what that percentage is. As of the most recent data available, late 23, early 24, 75 to 80%. Oh, wait, these are. Whoops. Okay, I thought that was, I asked it how much are not, and it answered me with how much are. Approximately 80% of Australian premises are connected via HFC or FTTP. Or FTTN. What? Or FTTN upgraded to FTTP. Oh, okay. Dude, just answer the question. Why did it give me that preamble at the start? It could have just said this. This means approximately 20% to 25% of Australians are not on HFC or FTP. Okay, I mean that's all right. That's a number that I thought I thought that would have been a bigger number, but 25. Okay, times have changed. A lot of people are accessing or able to access these new plans. 25% of Australia just either doesn't care or doesn't know, or they're just never going to get a higher speed. Don't know. Because you definitely need FTTP or HFC to enable this. NBN Co. will accelerate its popular NBN Home Fast wholesale product, which is 100 meg down and 20 up, to deliver 5 times faster wholesale download speeds of 500 down and 50 up. Okay, not bad. It will triple the wholesale download speed and double the upload speed of its NBN Home Superfast wholesale product, accelerating it from 250 down 25 up to 750 down 50 up. Again, 50 up seems like the common thread here. I'm looking for synchronous, right? I want synchronous. If I'm gonna endeavor to engage this, I want synchronous internet. That means both up and down are the same. It will double the wholesale. And by the way, the reason I've always harped on about that, like why would you need synchronous internet? Well, just think about this, right? Every single time you do anything on the internet, whether it be scrolling, whether it be clicking, whether it be forwarding, sending, opening, looking, whatever you're doing, everything is uploading, right? You're always sending information from your device, either your hand or your phone or whatever it is. You're always uploading and downloading because you want to. Someone posts up a post. Let's just break it down to the simplest. You're on Facebook. You're doom scrolling, and then you see a little notification. Joey Jojo added a photo. You click on that notification. What do you think's doing then? It's uploading. It's sending a message. Now, of course, the upload that it's sending is just a data packet to retrieve this post, and then it's downloading. And of course, the post is going to require more. It's going to be bigger than the upload, of course, but you are still uploading. So I don't know why. I don't know where and why Australia, in particular, did this thing where upload's not important. We'll just use download as the main. Like everyone talks about, oh, my speed's good. It's 100. 100. That's just your down. What about your up? I don't know. Didn't even know there was an up. You know what I'm saying? Like it seems so obvious that you need both, but yet we've always prioritized download. So I'm looking for synchronous. And by the way, that's coming, but it's one of the retail products. We'll see. It will also double the wholesale speed. Sorry, it will also double the wholesale upload speed of the NBN Home Ultrafast wholesale product from 500 to 1,000 down and what's this? From 500 to 1,000. So sorry. Okay, that's worded strangely. The speed was between 500 to a gig down and 50 up. Now it's going to be a gig down and 100 up. Okay. Customers can check if they are eligible to upgrade to NBN Home Fast, Home Superfast, or Home Ultrafast by entering their home, business, or address. That's just checking what your connection is. If you do that, if you click in this and if you put your address in, it's just going to say yes, you've got fiber, so you're good, or HFC. If it says you've got FTTN, bad luck. Customers that have already purchased one of these higher speed tiers or upgraded anytime in the future will automatically accelerate to that's good. The new faster speeds will automatically just be applied. Oh, Doug had the split. Sorry, Doug, I didn't see. Heading down to the beach, patrolling the beach. Yeah, nice, man. 25. Dude, it's hot here right now. That's why I put the AC on, but it's not working. Don't get it. I'll just turn it off and back on again. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Forget internet speeds. I just want cool air. It says here, after commencing its initial consultation with internet retailers, NBN Co. took on feedback and brought forward discussions of the development and launch of a new hyperfast residential and business product. Hyperfast wasn't mentioned, was it? Hyperfast wasn't mentioned yet. I don't think it mentioned hyperfast. So that must be the hyperfast must be for the ABN holders, businesses. NBN Co. has responded to several retailers' requests to deliver multi-gigabit wholesale, multi-gigabit, right? Not just 1 gig, more than one, multi-gigabit wholesale download speeds sooner rather than later, and will begin offering wholesale download speeds of 2 gigabit from 40. Damn, 2 gig down. I mean, heavens above. The new products will be available to eligible customers connected to the fiber to the premise or HFC. The new NBN Home Hyperfast residential speed tier. There's the Hyperfast mentioned again. Hyperfast. It's abbreviated there, but it's all one word. Okay. So there is a Hyperfast for residential. Okay. The Hyperfast residential speed tier will be available in 2 variants, wholesale speeds of 2 gig down and 200 up. Okay. to customers connected via FTTP, so fiber all the way through, and you get a sucky upload. So you get 2 gig down and only 100 up if you're on HFC. So HFC is good, but not great. Not as good. NBN Co. has considered the detailed feedback it has received from retailers on its proposals to accelerate its 3 highest residential speed tiers and launch a new 2 gig wholesale speed tiers. The company will enable the simultaneous launch of all new accelerated speed tiers in September 2025 to allow all retail providers a reasonable opportunity to make the enhancements available to their customers. Today's announcement follows 6 months of detailed consultation with retailers with their collective fee. I don't think they needed to. Of course, people wanted faster speeds. Like, you don't need to. There's no need to consult, right? It's like, yes, we need faster speeds. People want them. Give them. That's it. That's the consultation done. Anna Perrin, Chief Customer Officer at NBN Co, said, "Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge the invaluable blah, blah, bling, blong, blang. We are listening. We have blah, 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 bling, blah, blang." Okay, pricing. Wholesale prices for accelerated speed tiers. Now, these aren't the prices that we'll be paying. This is what the retailer will be paying to get these speeds from NBN. There are no changes to the NBN wholesale pricing of these speed tiers arising from speed increases. That's very interesting. So it's not costing any more to do this, and that's reflected in the case that they're not increasing the cost. So let's do it. Why are we waiting? If it's not costing anything to do it, or are they doing it out of the good of their... Did the government find a whole bunch of excess cash and they just want to spend it? Independent to the speed increases initiative, NBN's prices will continue to be reviewed annually. Okay, so they're going to jack the prices up after September. So you'll get it, and you'll be like, shit, yeah, man, this is awesome. And then in December they'll be like, oh, and by the way, it's now going to cost you 4 times as much. In accordance with the special access undertaking price controls, which are linked to CPI. Okay, so the annual price changes for financial year 26 will be released in the tariffs on May. So around about May, or maybe it's May 2025. So coming up, we'll know about that. The initial indicative wholesale prices for NBN Home Fast is $58 for Home Superfast, $63 for NBN Home Ultrafast. Oh, sorry, Home Fast is $58, Home Superfast $63, and Home Ultrafast $73. Okay. NBN Home Hyperfast products will be made available to the internet retailers for a wholesale price of $115. So Hyperfast is not just for business, it's also for homes, but you're going to pay for it, $115 a month. Business customers, accelerated products. NBN Co will launch a range of accelerated wholesale broadband products specifically designed for small, medium-sized, and enterprise. The company will launch a new 2 gig 500 up. Wow. With a Business Service Pro included, which offers a service level agreement to investigate. Okay. That means that there's if there are any planned outages and whatever, blah, 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 you get better service. From September 2025, it will reduce the wholesale price of $250 down, $100 up. That also includes an SLA. Okay. It's going to reduce the price of that. Interesting. From September 2025, the company will also reduce the effective wholesale price of $500 down, $200 up, which is a pro package, and a gig down, $400 up. Wow, shit me. The indicative financial year 26 price from September 2025, $76. Okay. That's cheap. $76. Holy shit. I mean, that's probably what I'll get. 500 down, 200 up for $76. That's cheaper. That's cheaper than what I'm paying now. Huh. Business customers that order the new... Hey, Cirrus, how you doing, man? We're on YouTube, man. We're on YouTube, but good to see you on Kick, dude. Business customers who order the new 2 gig product and Business Service Pro will receive an upgrade to a new 4-port network termination device. Oh, there's answer to your question, Doug, from earlier. So if you do order a 2 gig service, you'll have to get a new NTD, which is interesting. I guess the NTDs that they installed from like up until now are only gigabit capable, not multi-gigabit. Additional value for enterprise Ethernet customers. The company continued to enhance its services offering. Oh, symmetrical enterprise Ethernet, 500. That's sick, dude. There it is, with no extra wholesale charge. There's going to be a synchronous or symmetrical 500 meg service. That's rad. I love it. That's the Ethernet, the enterprise Ethernet pricing. Okay, it's pretty expensive. Okay. So when I saw that, there was, and this is kind of weird, there was here on the right-hand side of this website, media inquiries, there's an email address. Now, I did email them, and I wanted to know a little more about the delay. Yet when I did this, it actually went to a person called Greg Spears at NBN Co. And I'll read you my email, but first, did I close that ChatGPT machine? I did, didn't I? You idiot. I always do this. Why did I close it? Let me pull it up again. I want to find out who the hell Greg Spears is. Because I'm pretty certain it was that link that's on that page. When I clicked it, it didn't go to media at NBN Co. It went to Greg Spears. Who is Greg Spears at NBN Co? Greg Spears serves as the executive manager for corporate media at NBN Co. He's responsible for the National Broadband Network. In this role, he acts as the primary media contact, handling press inquiries, communications for the company. His contact information is frequently listed in NBN's official media releases, including his involvement in disseminating information about the company. Okay, so he's the right person to speak to, right? So I'll just close that down. So what I'm saying is before, or a couple of months ago, when did I do this? I'll read you my email. Sent it in March this year. I'm pretty certain that wasn't the lead. Let me just test it. If I click that, did it go to Greg? No. Okay, interesting. So that opened up a new email. I'll show it to you. That opens up a new email to media at NBN Co. But I'm 100% certain, I need to keep that. When I did it, it went directly to this gentleman, Greg Spears. I said, "Hi, Greg. I'm writing in regards to this NBN announcement from last year," and I linked to it. "I'm planning a live stream on my YouTube channel where I'll be discussing these new speed tiers with my viewers. A question I have that I could not find an answer to is in regards to timeframes. NBN announced in September of 2024 for a rollout starting September 2025. Would you be able to provide the reasoning behind such a long timeframe? It seems excessive given the infrastructure is in place already in many areas. Any comments you reply to with here, I will air on my stream. Thanks for your time." And then I listed my contact, and I'll just tell you this, no reply. None. Not even a generic thanks for contacting, we have nothing to say, or I'll get back to you. Just not a reply, just nothing. So Greg, what are you doing? Are you that busy that you couldn't even respond to an email with thanks but no thanks? Come on, man. Or is your internet connection that slow that you're still waiting to receive it? Anyway, let's move on, because here is a video from Aussie Broadband that's only from 3 days ago. This is literally about how they are going to roll out these new speeds, which is going to be intriguing because that's my RSP, and a lot of Australians use Aussie Broadband. They're quite good, quite reputable. So I'm interested to see what they've got to say here in regards to this rollout.
Big things are happening in the Australian internet world this September. NBN are boosting the max speed on their higher tier plans. Great news, right? We're really excited, especially because this is something we've been advocating for at Aussie for years. This upgrade's a pretty big deal for fibre internet in Australia, and because of that, there's a lot of info flying around. This can be particularly hard to understand when you're trying to figure out if these changes are for you, or if you actually need them. And to help Aussies make the right decision for your internet needs, we're gonna get into all that.
I think as it stands right now, and I don't know, I haven't watched this video, but I'm going to assume he's going to say that there's nothing you need to do. It'll just happen. Unless you want the 2 gigabit one, which you'll have to get a new NCD.
Time to unpack exactly what's changing. NBN will be dialing up the bandwidth on their high tier plans. What plans are getting bandwidth upgrades, you ask? These ones. The fast 120, super fast 250/25, and ultra fast 1050 plans will...
Which, just by the way, just to give my take here, those plans, they're quite shitty, right? 100 down, 20 up, 250 down, 25 up, 1,000 or gig down and 50 up. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I've always thought that fast one, that 120, it's just, I don't know. Just do 250 and 100 and be done. Don't even do gig. Just do 250 down and 100 up, and don't have any other plan. Just have one plan. Simple. High-speed internet, 250 down and 100 up. That's all you need, right? I don't know.
Will be increasing to 550, 750/50, and 1,100 respectively. For our pro users and business customers, there'll also be brand new multi-gigabit plans. Here they are in all their gigabit goodness. There'll be a new hyperfast 2,200 for fiber to the premises, FTTP customers, or 2,100 for those of us on hybrid fiber coaxial, or HFC. And above this, there's another tier for customers who want some serious upload. 500 megabits per second of it. These tiers will be handy for business customers who want something in between enterprise Ethernet and residential NBN plans. At Aussie Broadband, we built our network to provide customers with the...
I really have to say that I hate that there is a distinction between residential and business. That, especially after COVID, it's 2025 and there's been a period of all of our existence where everybody that could worked from home. And people are still doing that, like conducting their businesses, creating businesses that didn't exist, and they're doing it all from home. Like, just be done with this. There's a business area and there's a life area. Everyone, just like someone like me with a YouTube channel and photographers and whatnot, they're always working, just get rid of this concept of, if you want to conduct business, you've got to go to the business area. You've got to go into the city to work. No one does that anymore. Like, just scrap all that shit and just say, here's the internet, do with it what you need, and here are the speeds, they're fast. And just, I don't know, make it simple.
The fastest possible speeds. And we're ready for these upgrades. We'll be automatically giving or bestowing these boosts to customers on these plans. These higher speed plans will support everything we now do with the internet, like streaming HD 4K, online gaming.
See, that's the thing. We were already doing all this, this stuff has always been done. People got HD televisions. People got those Roku boxes. The Apple TV went 4K. People could stream 4K. Anyway, it's rad, but it's also quite late in the game. I can't believe that they throttled the internet. The point I'm getting at is that once they agreed or finally realized that, oh shit, we should have done fiber from the very beginning instead of this mixed technology mode or whatever that crap was that our government insisted on. As soon as they realized what a big mistake that was and they went and corrected it, I still don't understand why they throttled the speeds. It's like saying you've got water to your house, but you're only going to get a certain amount every day. You know what I mean? Like, imagine that. Imagine they said, now we have access to electricity, but we're only going to turn it on for 4 hours a day. That's probably what it was like in the beginning, right? The internet, the internet's there, but you can only get so much of it. It's just so stupid.
Or our smart home and security systems. Higher speeds will let Aussies use the internet the way we want to, without needing to worry if it's going to slow down our own network. Is there a catch? Yeah. All these upgrades and higher bandwidth plans are only available to FTTP or HFC customers.
Yeah.
If you're not on these connection types, so fiber to the node or building and fiber to the curb,
say bad luck. Or fiber to the basement.
It's not all doom and gloom. For
Yes, it is.
eligible premises, NBN $0 fiber upgrade is the way to get these higher speeds.
Yeah.
Upgrading to fiber also makes your network more reliable and future-proofed. It's a no-brainer, so go check your eligibility.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah, everybody that's watching that doesn't have fiber connection in Australia should be hitting that QR code and applying for it. It's just a simple case. They come out, they do it for you, you're done. Do it.
On our website or by scanning the QR code. Questions? Good. Let's dive in. More internet speed. Is this something you need? We want Aussies to have the internet they need and deserve. For a long time, that meant advocating for higher speeds for
This is pretty good. I know I'm being a little critical here, but this is good. This is a little too late, but it is good. Sorry, it's not a little too late. This is late, but it is very good that this is happening.
everyone and future.
Sorry, I just talked over. And this gentleman seems cool too.
Let's dive in. More internet speed. Is this something you need? We want Aussies to have the internet they need and deserve. For a long time, that meant advocating for higher speeds for everyone and future-proofing our network to be ready to support that. We want to make sure you've got all the facts to make an informed decision, because not everyone needs the same thing from their internet. Did you notice that we've been using the words bandwidth and speed? They're often used interchangeably, but they're not the same. So in the telco world, providers often refer to your plans as having different speeds. But what we're really talking about here is just the amount of data your plan can transfer at a given time.
How much can go through the pipe? How much water can smash through that big funnel?
Which is your bandwidth. The larger your bandwidth, the more capacity you have to transfer data.
Need a bigger pipe is what he's going to say. But that's what optical fiber optical cable is what he's talking about. You can theoretically push the speed of light through that, which there's nothing faster than. Of course, the bottleneck becomes the starting point and the end point, and that's why if you're going to go for these enterprise plans that include 2 gigabit speeds, well, they didn't factor those 2 gig speeds in when they installed the NTDs, and they can't handle it. So you'll need to upgrade that. But that's fair enough.
And the faster your internet feels. Keep that in mind as we talk about these new upgrades and how much bandwidth you actually need. It's important to understand how you use the internet when choosing a plan that's right for you. These upgrades add to your capacity to support more devices and connectivity. Internet devices aren't just computers and gaming consoles anymore. TVs, washing machines, doorbells, heck, even toasters now exist as
Okay, I got a question for you, Aussie Broadband. If this is the case, all these devices require internet, why the hell do you charge an additional fee for a static IP? Static IPs should just be default. You shouldn't have to pay more for, and why do you need a static IP? To use the internet to open your garage door, for instance, for one example. So if all these things are internet ready and they're all Internet of Things, stop charging us for a static IP. Just give it as default. Come on, scums.
Internet connected devices. So if your internet plan struggles with heavy use, these upgrades should help.
If you want to access your door from the internet, if you want to access the Nest camera from the internet, if you want to access anything from outside your house on the internet, you need a static IP address, and they charge you more for it. Most RSPs do. It's 2025. You just said all these things need internet, washing machines, portable this, portable that, lawnmower, everything, right? So how about this? You start providing the internet that we can use for that instead of charging us for additional things such as static IP address. Just saying.
If you're just craving having a multi-gigabit plan, then this is an easy win for you too. You might hear some say that these bandwidth boosts are an end to buffering streams or grainy video calls.
But that's not exactly what it looks like when when your internet drops. It just doesn't work, and you're midway through a great show, and then all of a sudden it's just stopped. We still heard what he said, and sure, he went pixelated, but I know what they're trying to do. It's funny, but it's not what
internet plan struggles with heavy use.
That's more what it looks like. Funnily enough, that's a YouTube rendering thing, but
exist as internet connected devices. So if your internet plan struggles with heavy use, these upgrades should help. If you're just craving having a multi-gigabit plan, then this is an easy win for you too. You might hear some say that these bandwidth boosts are an end to buffering streams or grainy video calls. But that's just not the whole story. There are lots of things that affect network performance, from your hardware to the number of devices you have connected, and even the layout of your home. Your plan's bandwidth is an important factor, so make sure to carefully consider how you use the internet and if you have the right setup to support it before picking your plan. Don't worry though, we've got more videos on the way to help you.
I didn't think about that, but that's a very solid, I mean, we did talk about that last leg from the NTD into your house. You need to consider that. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Good point.
Get your service upgrade ready. It's a really exciting time, and we want you to come along for the ride with us. Stay up to date by following our socials where we'll be sharing more updates and helpful tips to get you ready for speed.
Swishness.
Bye for now.
Swishness. So just to go back to those speeds that they are offering, where were they? These speeds here. Theoretically, wait, where were the existing ones? These are the existing 100 down, 20 up, 250 down, 25 up, 1,000 down, 50 up. And here comes the new ones. 500 down, 50 up, 750 down, 50 up, gig down, 100 up. So realistically, I'll probably bump to that fast one, 500 down, 50 up, simply because in the super fast, they didn't give you any increase in the upload. You know, like if they're not going to provide any increase in the upload speed, I'm not going to bump to it. I'm just more interested in getting closer, getting a faster uplink. But if you go forward to the hyperfast plans here with an ABN number, sorry, hyperfast is also for residential, 200 down. Given the pricing, I wonder what that's going to cost, but that could be interesting too for 200 up. And 2 gig down, but then you're going to need a new NTD, but that's all right. And then, of course, that enterprise for 2,500 up. But yeah, I'm just curious about this one here, hyperfast for 200 up and superfast 500 down, 50 up. That's my interest. And so come September, when this all sort of slides itself into being, we'll definitely report back here. I can report here on this stream. We've been live for 45 minutes using the internet directly into the MacBook Pro with the dongle. Seems like the go. Mind you, we often stream for like 3 hours on regular streams on Beam and Kick. But at the moment, I think I'm going to always make sure I plug that in like it is. Now, tonight, I'm thinking about doing an IRL stream. It's Easter Saturday. Maybe we could take a walk up and sit out for a sunset somewhere. It's a beautiful, warm day. If you want that, join me. I don't know, like I'll just do it. I probably will do it anyway. It'll be with a GoPro because I don't have a GH5 to go live with, so I'll take a GoPro. Yeah, I got a GoPro ready. I can do that, and we'll just go and cruise back to the old Live View Solo. But I'll take the speaking of internet, I'll take the Starlink on my Big Pec, and we'll see how we go with that for the first time. You know, little live stream action later on. How about that? Couple of homebrews with the sunset. If that sounds interesting to you, come and join me in a few hours. What is it now? Midday. Probably go about 4ish, maybe 4 hours from now. In the meantime, happy Easter. Cheers. Giddy up.